Okay, you're getting a look at Georgia Tech traveling to Camp Randall, and Wisconsin runs a 3-4. What I did here is I changed up the audibles a little bit. I still have the red midline. I still have the red triple. We can flip those either way. But what I did is I put over midline, over triple, and over toss either way. Now, again, the problem is that the overs, when you audible, can only go to the right. So if you want them at the left, you can't do that. So I changed something here when I was calling plays. Is I started everything with a left over. So then if I traded to a right over, then I could audible out of a right over, and it worked out pretty good. The last time I played these guys, I lost like 27-14 or something. And then I figured this out, and it made a lot of sense. So here goes. Again, we're only going to come up in leftover. And this is a 3-4 again. We've got a 4, but we don't like the run keys relationship. So we're going to trade out of that. And just because I'm running out of time, I'm going to audible to midline on that right side. Now again, this whole game I'm just going to come out and left over. See what they give. All right. No, I didn't come out left over. Must be later on when I do that. The toss will work, especially if you're tossing away from the over. I tried it too many times later on and I get caught. All right, we were in a leftover. We checked. They had a 5. We checked back. They leave a 4, but not crazy about the relationship here. Okay, I audibled. When I audibled, they shifted. So I just shifted right back to a midline. Again, the same thing we'll tell the kids. If you ever get confused by looks, balance, if you ever get confused by plays, you can always come back to midline. We're over left. We have a 4 nub, but we've got the run key squeezed, so we're going over. Now right here, I would love to run a toss left. Got that linebacker coming up, and we've got numbers, but I can't audible to it. And then just seeing that, I tried audibling to the right toss. And that's good because I guess that just reaffirms that the toss should be a conditional play and not an every down play or an everyday play. All right, so we switched to right over. We've got a 4. Now, when they come up in that eagle look, that's the guards covered and the center covered. We're always going to keep or pitch. We're never going to give on that. We're just outnumbered on the inside, and it never results for more than a yard. Left over. Coming back. They leave a 5 on the nub. We're going to switch to a triple, just because we have so many numbers here. And again, when you're running triple back to the over, it usually results in a quarterback keep. We're coming up here in leftover. See what they give us. They gave us a 4 nub and the run keys on an island, so this should be a inside veer. Come up in leftover again.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Check right. They're giving us a 4 nub. Run key's not on an island. So we're going to check. They leave a 4. That has that eagle look, but we're going to come back and run veer at that side.
Pitches in and he's got a lane. He makes his way out to about the 25.
We'll come up in leftover. Get a count on the right side. We have a 4 nub. He's squeezing it. but we still got 4, so I would check to a midline. Or you can go over. I just went over. We got a 5 on the nub, so we'll look back at our right side again. Checking the midline.
Gains his way to the 16-yard line.
All right, we'll go left. Over. We've got a 5. So we'll check out of that. They leave a 5, so we're looking at our right side right now. It should be big. Look at that. Some kind of mistake on their part.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And touchdown off the veer. Okay, we're going to come in left over.
Time to see this offense go to work again.
Get a count on the right. We've got a 4. We've got a run key on an island. We can run
Georgia Tech is up a score.
inside veer here.
They get 4 yards on the halfback option.
It looked like a
So a good way to keep the defense
that should have been a
substituting.
give. I must have counted that safety as a 5, so I ran an over. They left a 4. Now they have that eagle look, so this is not going to be a give, regardless of what that end does. He crashes, quarterback keeps, and there's the pitch. If he stays or sits, quarterback is still not going to give. He's going to run at him and then pitch off of him. If we see that eagle, we'll see more of that later. All right, we have a 4 squeezed. Now this is where I'd want to run my toss. I'd like to run it back left if possible. Got numbers. And then when I audible to it, they slid back. Let's see what we got here. Start of the second quarter, we're going to come up in a left over. We have a 4 on the right. The run key squeezed, so we'll run it over. They are staying in their base 7 up front, so we're just going to audible to midline here. The other thing that we could audible to would be the load option. 2 for 2. We would double team that tackle and slot down into the inside linebacker. Okay, we're over left. We have a 4 with the squeeze. Now, again, we could just run midline with the left over if we like that on that side without having to move out of that. But for the constraints of the game, we have to move out of there. All right, coming in left over.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They have an eagle look.
In a big way.
We've got numbers on the right side with run key and an island. This is not going to be a pitch. He sits. We're still going to run at him and pitch, even though he sat for the dive. Even though he sat for the dive, we're not going to pick up yards against an eagle. So he just didn't do it. We're going to come up in a left over. We're going to get a count on our right. Looks like we have a 4 or 5, but it's squeezed. We're going to come back this way. Probably a midline right here.
And he's tackled at about the 29-yard line. So he decides to hold on to it, and that's going
over left.
And he's brought down there by the senior at linebacker.
Get a count. We got a 4 on the nub. Got a run key and an island. Make a veer happen here.
Pitches, and he's got room. Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
I think I lost yards on the pitch. Over left. Get a count on the right. We have an eagle front, so regardless of what that end does, the quarterback is not giving. I lost yards on the pitch again. Teaching point there, the quarterback needs to know where his back is. What do we call it? I had a 4, but we don't have a good relationship between the run and the pitch. I'm going to go over and probably just come back at a midline. Again, the other thing that we could do if they stayed up, a lot of the teams when they come up like in that 5-2 look, that 7 up front, regardless of what you do with your overs, they're just going to stay solid. So we could find the go to the weak side, hopefully weak wide side, and run that. This is the Eagle. He's coming down. Keep, pitch. We would find the weak wide side if they stayed in that 7, and we could run that load. Go 2 for 2 tackle. All right, we've got a 4 that squeeze. We're going to run over. They're not moving up front. This load would look good coming back to the left. Should we have it? Based on what we have, we'll just go to midline here.
He's to the 40.
Come up in an over left. Get a count on the right. We've got a 4. No, we've got an Eagle look, so we're going to run to the number side. We're not going to give. He sits, he runs at him and pitches.
Now he pitches it, and he has it on the corner. He steps out at about.
And should we see Eagles, that's just something that we have to coach. Over left, we got a 4 count. Run key is squeeze. We're going to go over. The front 7 stays intact. We're looking at a midline based on what we have. Again, just take whatever they give us. Avoid negative plays. Over left, we have a 5 count on the. We have a 5 on the nub. We're going to run it over. All right. They're coming. What I did. Not a great call on my part.
He takes it right side for a good game.
If I would have done that over, I probably just would have ran midline. That one. All right, we have left over. We've got a 4 count with the run key on an island on the nub. This looks like a good veer, inside veer.
Now it's first and goal as he's knocked
We're going
out
to come up and over left again.
That makes it first and goal.
They're giving us a 4 nub with a run key on an island. We can run veer here. That should have been a give.
The Yellow Jackets taking their first time out.
But I think I was messing around too much against that Eagle, so I just got used to running at the sitting end.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
We're getting close to goal line. I come up in a wishbone wide, hopefully looking for gaps.
And he's taken down around the 3-yard line.
They tighten down. We can run triple
The short yardage defense here.
out of this. I just checked to triple, I think, out of balance, out of base, red. Get a lucky toss.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
All right, we are coming up in over left.
From their own 41-yard line.
They give us a
Second down.
4 nub
Yellow
with a
Jackets
run
running
key
back.
on an
He was
island.
injured earlier. You see
We
him
can
down
run
there on the
veer here.
sideline, and it looks like he's ready to get back in the game. Lateral's back, and he's
good.
got space. Nice run to the outside.
Easy. We'll come up over left again.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
They give us a 4 nub with a run key on an island. Veer. Easy.
Here's the pitch, and now he's got the corner. Knocked out of bounds. Around the
We're going to come up
35-yard
over
line.
left.
The option's one of the more difficult plays
Get a
to
count on the
defend.
right.
The defense went after the quarterback, which left the running back with plenty
They
of
give
room.
us a 4 nub with a run key on an island. Easy veer.
Lateral's
Piece of
back.
cake.
Dives forward. So the option play gets some big yards right there.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how sometimes this guy is able to find the hole and get through it.
Come up over left.
from the 19-yard line. First down.
Get a count on the right. They gave us a 4 nub, but we're squeezed, so we'll run it over, see what they give us. On the left, they leave a 4 nub with a run key on an island. Run here.
Pitches in, and he's got a lane. The 5. Touchdown.
All right, we're going to come up and over left.
Offense is back on the field after running the ball very
They're in
well
an
on the
eagle,
first drive.
so we're not going to give on the right side. He comes down. We're going to run off of him.
Now he pitches it, and he's shoved out of
If he
bounds
sat,
at the
the quarterback
36-yard
would
line.
pitch off right off of him. Left over, get a count on the right. We've got a 4, but we're squeezed with our run key. We'll run it over. On the left side, we'll have an eagle. We're not giving. The end sits. We're going to pitch off of him.
So he gets
Get
maybe
a
a yard
couple.
on the option.
If we would have gave, we would have got stoned probably. All right. They gave us a 4 in the nub, but it's squeezed. We're going to run over. I'd like that load right now, but we'll go ahead and look for a midline. Or I'd like taking the midline left.
He gets out to about the
But in my audibles, I don't have a midline that runs away from the over. We're going to go over left. We have a 4 nub, but we're squeezed, so we'll run it over. They leave an eagle. We're going to run left. We're not giving off of that end. A pitch off of him, or if he crashes down, we're going to run off.
to the left there. Solid 5-yard pickup there on the
Come up
halfback
in
option.
a left over. Get a count on the right. We've got a 4, but it's squeezed. We'll run it over. And it looks like we're just going to check to a midline.
Takes it up the middle.
We're
for
going to
a
come
nice
up
run.
and an over left. Get a count on the right. We've got a 4 nub, but it's squeezed, so we'll run it over. I think we have an eagle look to the left. I think we're going to run at that end and not give off that end.
He laterals the ball. They go to the left for a nice gain.
We have an over left. We'll get a count on the right. And a quarter.
So with 1 quarter remaining, the Yellow Jackets lead 27-3.
All right, over left. Get a count on the right.
Fourth quarter now, and we're back to the action.
We've got a 4 nub. Run key on an island. We've got a veer.
Grabs a
Easy,
pitch, looking
easy.
for the corner.
Good block out there.
He's at the 30. Fumble.
corner.
The defense falls on it. That time the option play is
Lost
the
the
cause
ball.
of the fumble.
The offense put the ball on the ground.
They line up at
Over
the 12.
left.
It's first down.
Got an eagle. We're not going to give off that end. We're going to run at him. If he sits, we'll pitch. If he sits, we pitch.
He laterals the ball.
We pick up
And he's tackled
7.
after positive yardage.
Over left.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Less than 3 minutes in the game.
Got a 4 nub that's squeezed. We'll run it over. I would like to run either a load left or midline left. We have a midline right, so we'll check to it. There's an extra guy, so we'll probably get 2-3 yards.
And
Following
down he
the
goes.
pass.
Right around the 26
All right, we'll go over left. Get a count on the right.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And we have a 5, so we'll run over. They leave a 4 that's squeezed, but they leave a big midline hole on the left, which we could take if we had the ability. We'll check to a midline to the right.
And they make the stop at
That was
around
just a
the
bad read
28-yard
on
line.
my part. Over left.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
We have a 4 count on the right that's squeezed. We'll run it, and we've got an eagle look. We're going to run at that end. There's no give. If he sits, we'll pitch off of him. If he crashes, we'll run off of him. He comes down, we're running. And there we have the pitch.
And now he pitches it. Inside the 30. And he's level at the 18-yard line.
We'll come out and over left. On the right, they give us a 4 nub with the run. No, we got an eagle. We're going to run at that end. He crashes, we run. There's the pitch.
Pitches back. The 5. And there's another one.
We're going to come out and over left.
Fourth quarter, this game's not even close. It's a blowout. A lot of folks have already gone home.
We've got a 4 that's squeezed. We're going to run over. We've got an eagle look. We're going to run at that end. If he sits, we pitch off of him. If he crashes, we run off of him. No give. Crashes, we run. There's the pitch.
On the pitch, look out, loose ball, and it's scooped up.
I'm going to go back and run the 4-3 and the 4-4 all out of starting in over lefts and see what that looks like instead of going to the short sides every time. See if there's any advantage to doing that or not. All right, we got over left. We have a 5 nub. We're going to run over. The front 7 isn't moving. We do have numbers to the left. I'd like to run midline back left or load back left. We check to a midline right.
And they hit him in the backfield.
I think that was a bad read. Plus, we were off by a number on that side. They gave us a 4 nub squeeze. We'll run it over. Front 7 isn't moving. Again, load left, midline left. We'll check to a midline right.
Nice run up the
Come
middle.
up and over left. Get a count on the right.
Gonna have to use their second time out of the half.
The defense can't be surprised that they're running the football, but for whatever reason, they're not stepping up when they need to be able to come up with a stop.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Oh, I thought I'd air it out, but it won't happen here. You just check into a balance and look at a veer left. It's based on numbers. 4 versus 5.
And now he pitches it up the middle for a nice gain.
And I think that's the ball game.
Wisconsin.
All right, next time,
entire team, I'm sure, is going to rally around this.
let's go the 3-3 stack. 3-3-5.